Hey everyone, and welcome to our developer livestream, taking a look at the winners of our anniversary weapon contest. I hope you guys are all doing alright. And today we are here with Alexander Asmus, our senior 3D artist. Hey Alex.
Hello, nice to have you. Or nice to have me.
And Alex Medina, our 3D artist as well. How are you doing today?
Hi guys. Good.
Yeah, we're fine. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, we have a lot of skins to show you guys, so let's just dive into it. And let's kick it off with our 3 years of Hunt anniversary celebration, which is not completely about the weapon skins, but in general what we are doing for this anniversary month that we have been going on for the past month, I think since February 22nd. So in the anniversary month, we have different kind of activities. Maybe you guys have seen some, such as giveaways, on Discord, on all the social channels. We have some cool anniversary merch, so make sure to check out our stores as well. And we had some quiz days, we will have some AMA days, and way more. We will have a bigger surprise at the end, but you will have to stay tuned for that. And as you may have known, we have been this little hashtag going on with the crow will fly in a few days, and it's actually only 6 days left, guys. So something big will happen in 6 days. I think we already teased you something, but you will have to stay tuned. And around that time, we will have a developer live stream as well, talking about all the activities planned for that. So please make sure to stay tuned on our social channels again and our live streams, because we will have something amazing to show you then. And let's talk about the weapon skin contest. So last year we also had our very first weapon skin contest, where we actually planned to have only one winner, but we got so many cool entries that at the end we decided to go with 3. And we had actually more than 200 entries that time, and as I said, we had 3 final winners. And let's just take a quick look at them to so you guys can remember. One of our runners-up was the That's Bred by Corvin Stedman. Maybe you guys want to say something about that, because it's a beautiful skin.
Yeah. Back then, we were pretty amazed by the nice line work and these like finely drawn skulls, and also how basically this tooth line is playing with the shape of the blade. And it was just we all agreed that this would be a perfect skin to add. The whole team just fell in love with it, and therefore there was no much discussion to just have it. And just a great thing in general.
Chat is saying it's the best skin in the game, so I'm glad we also added this. And then we had another runner-up, the Gator by 7D.
Oh, this one is amazing. This one is, I think, is my personal favorite.
Yeah. So that was done by Matthias. We changed it a tiny bit, but I think so at first the idea is just like amazingly cool to just have this like Gator theme, also playing with the gun shapes so well. And Matthias improved upon it, so we have like the Gator eye even on the back part of the backplate of the receiver, and just like adding even more to it. So. That's what we always try to do if we get a like great idea from the skin contest, just to like add up on it if we can, and if that's okay with the people who originally made the design, basically. Yeah.
And also, like, every Hunt player actually wants a Gator in the game, so they got it in some shape or form at least. And then we had the winner of last year, which everyone got for free actually, which was a chain pistol skin called Hedera Mortiferum by Piotr Sakalski. And as you can see, it's a beautiful skin.
Yeah, we were also like, the team was also really amazed by this, because the this painterly look. I mean, it's not necessarily so let's say the style is not super on point with Hunt art direction, but we just fell in love with the painterly style so much. And and then also like this how can I say it, this like subtle death theme or death theme maybe that we feel on the stock. And so that was just pretty cool. Also like a new set of materials that we haven't ever had before. was also pretty cool on this one.
I think that the grip especially it looked pretty close to the reference, right? Which is pretty amazing. They nailed the depth of the like leaves and everything.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this was last year's winner skin, but now it's 2021, so we have a completely new contest. And actually this year we had more than double the entries, actually almost 3 times the entries, so it went kind of crazy. And we also had way more options to choose from, so we had 6 different weapons. I think it was the Mosin, what was it?
The crossbow. So we
the
had
crossbow, the
big
silent
crossbow,
pistol.
Yeah, then we
The
have the
Lama.
Romero 77 hatchet, and the Vinfield 1887 shotgun.
Yes.
Yeah,
Silence pistol and Lama, and that's the 6, right?
Yeah, the pistol, yes.
Exactly.
That's the 6.
And as last year, all the winners were chosen by our dev team. This year we decided to involve you guys a bit more and create 2 rounds of voting. So the dev team only chose the top 12 skins in their opinion, which we'll go through like how we judge them. And then we actually gave you the option to vote for your favorites. And the last voting was completely unknown, so I didn't show the results in the voting poll. So you will only find out tonight in a bit who actually won the whole contest. So please stay tuned until the end. But let's start off with the honorable mentions, the skins that we actually really liked but didn't make it into the top 12. And let's start it by the Landlord, which was made by Crazy Milk.
Yeah, this one is really classy. I think it fits the universe. It fits the, maybe not the material so much because it's like very bright, right? Very like ornate. But I'm really big fan of this material definition, the shapes of the ornaments. It looks really cool.
Yeah, I also like the different wood treatment. So basically these stripes, and also like, so basically the stripes element on the handguard, and they are repeated on the back side of the stock basically. Yeah, just it's a really great skin, and we had a lot of discussions about it. But in the end, like there were others, and so it unfortunately didn't make it. But yeah, we had several people who strongly voted for it.
Exactly. So maybe we can mention like how the process worked on our end. So first of all, we had people from the design team, obviously the weapon arts team, as well as the narrative team, and me from the community side of team, communications team. All gathering their favorite skins, and then we discussed between each other like which one everyone chose or no one chose, and then why it should make it to the game. And obviously it's very different perspectives from the different sides of the team, so that way we eliminated a few if it didn't fit, like let's say in the design aspect of the game or the narrative aspect, and that way we could fit it into the final 12.
Yeah. And
we
also Jeff, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say we also wanted to make sure that at least one weapon from each 6 category make it, and then we kind of had like almost 2-2, but I think it was 3 in the crossbows and 1 from the silence pistols. But we tried to make sure that at least 1 from each category is in there as well.
Yeah, and one thing that we also always try to include is basically sometimes. I mean, we can't expect people with the submissions to basically reach like professional illustration levels usually. But of course, we have to basically look beyond what's sometimes like just depicted there. So sometimes an idea is really strong, while maybe the execution is solid and maybe not as refined. That is totally fine. And so we've also like looked beyond, like just beyond what's like even there and what idea is also like behind it. In this particular case, I think like everything is just like really fine executed. So we have like really fine shading on the whole thing, and yeah. So
we can move on to the next runner-up, which is Magnolia by Manifesting Blue.
I particularly love this one. Maybe not because of the material, of course, because of course it wouldn't make much sense to make a shotgun out of porcelain, as you guys would imagine. But yeah, I just love the originality of it, the idea, and that maybe it could have been, I don't know, maybe a hunter loves porcelain and could have painted it himself, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I think the porcelain is really cool. Also, like just the color scheme. We had a lot of discussions on it, like how we can make it work, because like doing it completely in porcelain is not possible. And even like with the stock parts, for example, in porcelain, we had discussions like, would this be possible to do? It's like how
would it break every time you melee?
Yeah. And then we thought like, okay, you could have like broken it in pieces on one thing, but then we thought like, okay, there are other skins that require less, let's say, adjustments or changes or like bending towards the narrative and the art direction. So we basically put it as an honorable mention. It's a great skin and a great idea in general.
So the next one we have is one of a fan favorite. I think I've seen a lot of people mention it. Is the Amoth by Obsidian.
A lot of people love Felis, so they fit really well together.
Yeah, I think the Egyptian theme is pretty cool, actually. I remember when we were really at the start of Hunt, we had like exploration concepts. There were even concepts that were had a like Egyptian theme to them. When we wasn't really, really early in production, when we really didn't. We're figuring out, okay, where will the game play? So there was like an Egyptian concept even that reminded me of this one. And the Egyptian mythology is like just so rich, and so that's pretty cool. One concern that we had on this one was the really fine line work, or basically like engravings or paintings on the stock, that it might not read as well in the game. So we thought about that would probably need adjustments. But yeah, overall, just like diving into the Egyptian theme, really cool idea.
Yeah, exactly. The next runner-up doesn't have a main, so I just called it Mozin by Piotr Sorvirix Novak. I'm sorry for butchering your name.
Yeah, this one is really, really classy. And sometimes I think less is more. And with this kind of pattern, the color, I think it just works.
I agree. Like sometimes, yeah, as you said, less is sometimes more, and it just shows the elegance of the Mozin and the stock in such a good way. Also a great thing.
Some great entry as well. Then we have Vinfield Terminus by Black Space. Sorry, by the way, if the image is not all the same size for everything, because we obviously collected images from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, even VK and Chinese sites as well. So if the images are a bit different, then that's probably because of that.
Yeah, this one, it's a bit simpler in the material treatment, but I love the poker theme. I think it was a nice fit with the Hunt universe, and basically the patterns on the wood, the kind of crossed out patterns. I think that was super cool. It's difficult to see with that size, but this one was cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a Western game without diving into poker and gambling, right? So, and we had this already with a few skins, but yeah, it's a cool thing to build upon.
We have like the uppercut, I think, with the similar thing for the Revenant, right?
Yeah, the Revenant skin, yes, with the dice on it. And,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the Medusa by Piotr Dipkic.
I think the Medusa is really cool because that's a mythological character that we haven't considered so much yet. So we had some talks with narrative, and I'm not entirely sure what they said about the Medusa of if how that character could fit in. I mean, but in general, I really like that to just like dive into that and then use that as a point of as a theme in general.
Yeah, maybe some mythology theme, but it would be a shame to make this one if we couldn't turn our enemies into stone. So
true.
Exactly. Then we have the Forest Thunder by Croft MG.
Yeah, that's a simple one as well. But again, as we said, sometimes less is more. And so basically having the handguard and the grip as horn, like deer horn, is always really nice. That's such an interesting material that you can have. Like we have this on the already existing knife, the Rose Stalker, I think it's called. And yeah, just like and also like these this dented metal on the receiver, it just goes all hand in hand. And the direction is really gritty, dark, not too fancy. So just a really great skin as well. Good job here.
Yeah. We usually go one or two directions when we make a skin. We either go like the fancy ornate way with like really fine engravings, golden, nice materials, or we go the other way, right? The gritty, dark, worn out way. And this one is like a good example of the second way.
Like, it looks really cool. Then we have Memento Mori by Ama Team, and I think we actually discussed this a lot at the end.
Yeah, that was one of the hardest decisions we had when we talked about it, I guess, because like there was just like so much to consider, especially like with the Nagant silencer that we had to discuss. So I really like the take on having this cloth around the silencer. That's like a shroud, basically, I think. And yeah, just like the color scheme, there's really not much that needs fixing. So I think if you would just like take this and do it from like it's depicted, it would just work, I would say, for the most part. Though the black on the silencers, like blacks are sometimes really hard in our game due to lighting issues. So not lighting issues, but basically if things appear too dark, then it's like really hard to balance it against like night settings, so you don't have a like black hole on your screen. And then you have like the brighter settings. So like black is always like a delicate topic when we do our weapon skins.
Yeah, we have to test them in the most sunny place and then go to the darkest like subterranean cave and try to see if the gun looks good too. So yeah, we can't really go very dark in the blacks, unfortunately.
Yeah, so as you guys in the chat understand, that also goes into consideration like everything else. Like obviously it has to fit the game and it cannot be like broken or overpowered in any direction either. So these are all judged as well when we make the final decisions. And but after this one we have Raven's Lair by Simon Kutzik.
Yeah, this one is really cool. I like about it that it is detailed basically everywhere. Like even on the the top part, the back of the receiver, like everything is really well thought out, which we sometimes don't see in other entries, and that's a point of appreciation. And especially the drawings on the front grip as well, like those kind of bird shapes, they look really cool. Yeah,
and everything plays with a shape of the gun. So that's also pretty good. It gives me some kind of like Cthulhu-esque vibe. I can tell like these basically this like blood dripping out of this side hole or ring and these little teeth. Like to me, that's just like gives me some otherworldly vibe, and I think it's really cool. Yeah.
It has like some bit of a fantasy, like dark fantasy vibe to it for sure.
Yeah, that's true. That was one thing where we were a bit split on it, people. So like if you would execute it, so how do you basically do the materials? Like, is it all like super engraved and has like a lot of depth to it, or is it more of a like surface work? And so we wanted to avoid to have a airbrush look on the weapons so much. And we had like a lot of discussions what materials it could have been made of, and yeah. So there were also things that were really tough when we would have executed that one.
Awesome. And then we have the Nevermore by Timo Danter, and actually this is a very special one.
Yeah, that's a special one. Yeah. Yeah, so Timo is an illustrator, actually, who worked as an illustrator before and who has joined Crytek as a QA just recently, I think. And the skin entry is really good, so we like the idea of the take on the Romero hatchet. But of course, as Timo is basically part of the Crytek family. that is against the contest rules. So therefore, that was he was not eligible to go any further with this one. But still, we like the skin a lot, and we want to give him a shootout for his really good work. And also, we wanted, it's a great take on the whole thing. Also, again, the bird theme, because I guess you guys really like the bird theme, right?
I wonder why. It's not like we have hyped ravens in any way lately.
The chat is going crazy for this skin. Actually, they are saying like this is like winner. Yeah, like it's a very nice skin, but as we said, as Timo is part of our team, it obviously we couldn't have chosen it as like the finalist, but we wanted to mention it because it's really cool for sure. So
yeah, Timo is really,
Timo.
you can be really proud, Timo, of your work. Also, one thing that we have to admit still is that we had discussions about the shape of the blade, for example. So, because one of the contest rules was that the kind of damage that the weapon is dealing should not change. So we had discussions if the beak shape of the blade would indicate more of a piercing than a slashing damage, and if we would have to adjust it. But Dennis said it would be fine, like from the blade shape. So, but still, like the employee thing overruled every other aspect of it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, we really like this one.
yeah, an amazing one. Thank you, Timo, again for sending it in. Then we have Whisper by Piotr Tuzik.
We hope that the name is correct.
We hope that's the correct version. I sadly can't read it, but I think it's Tuzik, so don't hate me, chat.
Yeah, so yeah, on this one, we like different aspects of it. Basically, like the front of it with this kind of old letter, the engravings on the receiver, they are really well thought out. It might be lacking a little bit of detail, maybe on the grip part and on the top of the receiver, because everything is a bit plain there. But yeah, the engravings on the sides and the front part, they look amazing.
Yeah, totally agree. So I think on the right side of the receiver, the engravings would need some cleanup, just for better readability at a distance.
Yes.
So we probably would have like adjusted it a tiny bit, like on the left side of the skin, where basically the circle shapes stand out much better against the background. But in general, it's really cool. Like I don't know if you can see it. There's a lighthouse, there's a kraken on it, and in the back there's a moon that's basically, so the kraken's eye is basically the screw, and the moon is the other screw. So that's just like insanely cool. Pretty good job.
Yep. Another issue that we might have is the dangling bit with the ring. That could maybe interfere with animations and would maybe need like a new rig if it was to be like moved in a realistic way. So yeah, maybe what we could have done is basically make it intertwined with the letter and make it like more static. That would have been a way to solve it. Yeah. But those dangly bits are difficult.
Yeah, but another amazing skin for sure.
Yes.
Then the next one is the Tooth Fairy by New Finn.
Well, that's a dark one, actually. Like, but it was one of the favorites of the narrative designers for sure.
Yes, exactly.
So, because of this dark theme, so I also really like it. I think that there's one thing that is like was a bit problematic about it, and that was basically that the coolest part is the stock and the lever, we would have of course spent much work on it, but unfortunately, especially on this short Romero thing, not Romero, Vinfield 87.
Yeah.
The grip is rarely shown, so that's like that the selling part of the skin would be covered by the hand at 90%, 95% of the time.
Yes.
And it was really hard to figure out something like how could we kind of like adjust it maybe. There's still the skins, the teeth on the start of the barrel. But I think the star is just this like super interesting grip basically.
Yeah. No, and the backstory is amazing. Like,
that's awesome. Yeah.
It's
like carrying around the butcher's teeth. Yeah.
Yes.
Really cool. A tooth for a tooth as well. Yeah, great. I really like this one. Then we have the Fishy by Fabry Bright.
Yeah, I think the fish and theme is also something that every once in a while comes up, because like Louisiana and New Orleans are just like, this it's coming up every once in a while, and I think this is like a really nice skin with this like rusted tuna tin can, just like adding more to this makeshift theme of the Nagant silencer that we already have. Yeah.
Yeah, it will probably need a little bit of cleaning before using it, just because it doesn't look like a gun that could ever work. And also maybe the material will need to be like it could be a little bit too uniform around the whole gun, right? And maybe we would need to give it a little bit more of a differentiation between the the drum, the trigger. Like it looks very uniform. But yeah, otherwise it's an amazing skin. Yeah, the front part is really great.
Then we have Forevermore Birector, which is a crossbow skin.
Yeah, that's amazing, the skin. It's just like the variants of the different materials that are combined into this one is really, really cool. Just this like the skull with this bolts or screws bolted to the shotgun stock, to the crossbow stock. Then there's this fabric material like hair that's woven into the lower part of the stock, and then of course the skull hands. It's a great thing. It's a great skin overall. Amazing.
Yeah. It's if Hunt was set in the Baroque era, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we have Jade Fangs by Quinx, the one and only Quinx, who always does amazing stuff for Hunt.
The color scheme for this one is really interesting, but we think that maybe the illustration style might be a little bit too modern for Hunt. That was one of the concerns. Again, one of these airbrush skins that we want to avoid. So it's just a new paint job and that's it. But yeah, maybe the style was a little bit out.
Yeah. So the illustration work is really great. Also, there was the question of okay, what material is it? Is it from like that was the consideration here. But yeah, great line work and great art on the skin for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Then we have the Iron Squamous by Nevermoor. And actually Nevermoor submitted multiple amazing skins, so we just want to highlight that. And this one is one of them.
Yeah, this is like also like a skin that plays with the let's say Asian or Chinese topic in general. Like also like, and it's kind of not similar, but it could be something you could see in a Chinese DLC, for example, like we had in the past. It's great. Like I really like how he incorporated the scales, the dragon scales on the drum, and just these different dragon aspects all around. Everything plays nicely with the shape of the gun. We just didn't want to drive too much into the Asian theme already because we already delivered many Asian themed skins. So we wanted to give other let's say
styles.
Some room.
Yes. Then we have the funny skin called the Shit House by Neilbug222.
This one's amazing. This one was one of the team members' favorite, and basically he would swear by it every time.
Yeah, this is a skin that made everyone laugh, basically. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that is for our honorable mentions, and then we arrived to the best 12 that, as I mentioned earlier, was all chosen by the dev team. So yeah, exactly as I said, it was all chosen by us. I kind of explained the reasons. It's a combination of our design team, narrative, and our weapon art team, or 3D artists, and we created random matchups. It was a knockout style league, so all these matchups you see here were completely selected randomly, and you guys voted, and then 6 of them went to the another round, and 6 of them unfortunately fell out. We got a lot of votes, so it was great to see, and let's see which 6 unfortunately didn't make it, but still was chosen by our team. So the first one is the Revolutionary by Nevermoor. Again, Nevermoor, congrats on your amazing skins.
Yes. The part we love about this one is the silencer cover. which we think like really fits the universe again. Like it's something that we could very plausibly see in the game, and yeah, it's very original.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
everyone loved the
so-
leather silencer part of it a lot.
Mhm.
It's really unique.
We would probably have adjusted a bit on the ornaments, just to make them play a bit more with the gun shapes. But yeah, other than that, that's like a really cool skin to build upon. Cool idea.
Then we have the Sleeping Beauty made by Anne Kovaliova.
Yeah, that's just amazing because like that's like a really like Baroque-esque skin with like so much detailed ornament work. What's exceptionally good at this one is how the ornaments again play with the shape of the gun. So just how the female figure is basically placed upon the receiver, how the ornaments just play with the shapes, the grip, like everything just fits nicely, and yeah.
The ornaments kind of make it feel like a Baroque flintlock pistol, right? A little bit.
Mm-hmm. True, exactly. Yeah.
Well, definitely really beautiful. Then we have the Nazar by Lea Zate.
Yeah, that was one, like, I really like this one a lot. Just because, like, this wood, the wood treatment and the picture of the wood looks really nice. Also, it's actually quite simple how it's like just the detailing, but yet still it works and looks interesting. This gemstone injected into the stock looks really nice, and yeah, just like it. Great skin.
Yeah, having like good luck amulets and stuff on the gun is something that we think the hunters would be very keen to do in such a dangerous world. So yeah, this fits the theme completely.
Amazing. And then we have the Golden Gator, which I can see in the chat is one of fan favorite as well, and it was made by Kocan Gabor, representing Hungary, I believe so.
Yeah, that's cool. I wondered actually that it didn't make it. It's actually basically, I mean, we got the Gator from the last time, so I was actually expecting it to make it. Did I give anything away already? I don't know. But anyway, great skin, like how it's just like again playing with the shapes and making use of the gun, and it's also like pretty. Sorry, go ahead.
No, basically this one only didn't make it because it was paired against the Mosin, and yeah, everyone went for the Mosin basically.
Yeah, it was my personal favorite. And I was doing the random matchups, right? And I was like, oh no, because I was like, okay, the Mosin was super cool as well, and then this was my favorite, and I was like, I had to select it randomly, so I couldn't change it, but yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, good job, Gabor. Beautiful skin. But I think another skin of him as well made it into the top 12, so yep. And maybe the last one in this 6 is Paranoia, made by Nevermoor again.
Shout out to Nevermore. Really good work with all of your entries. This one basically the engraving of the hands grabbing each other in the front grip is super cool. Like this was one of my favorites overall. I don't know what else to say. It's just cool. It's amazing.
Yeah, that hand pattern going through the whole side of the gun is so cool, I think.
Yeah, it's a not necessarily simple theme, but it's basically one theme, and then just it's so basically it doesn't need more than just this great work on the hand guard and the side of the receiver, and the rest of the skin could have been like really plain, because it's just like such a strong depiction of theme and content on it. So yeah, good job. Good.
Oh, so we still have one in the top 12, which is the Vipera or Viper by Nick Smekura.
Yeah, the silencer on this one is super cool. We had conversations that maybe reducing the shape of the silencer could maybe give an advantage to some players, because it's like it is in effect a smaller gun. But yeah, in the end, it just got voted out, so it wasn't our decision. But yeah, it's really cool. Also, the snake theme on the back with the snake skin and the engraving. I think it plays really well with the idea of like this stealthy pistol. So yeah, cool skin.
Yeah, also like the fact that it really changes the look of the Nagant silencer, because our standard Nagant silencer looks really makeshifty, like really as if you had nothing left but the tuna can and just make something out of it. And this one is a bit more sophisticated maybe, and therefore just gives it a really different look, and that's what I really like about it.
Exactly, amazing job, Nick. Thank you for sending it in. And then we arrived to the final 6. So as you guys have maybe known, and the voting just ended like about 1 hour ago or so, we made like another voting system, and here you could actually vote free for all. So people could only choose one, and it was not pairings or anything, so it was completely free for all. And we also had the voting going on in our China region as well, and we added up all the votes, and that's how we came to the results. I can tell you that the Chinese votes didn't actually change the outcome of the final results, but this is the final 6. And out of those, we had the 3 that unfortunately didn't win, but still made it really far into the competition. The first of them is a Lama made by Ian Mathia, or Lotion Player.
Yeah, that's a great skin in my opinion. Big shootout for making thinking, for example, of the clean, unobstructed view on the iron sights in the top left. That's really good to be considered. And what I really like about it is that the most part of the skin is like subtle and keeps itself in the background and gives the how to call it, like beats, the beats playing basically. That's the spotlight of the whole skin. So what I really like is that the metalwork and the engravings are not like fighting for attention. So it's a clear focus on what's the selling point of the skin, and also the wood treatment of the stock is really great with these little bolts, or don't know how to call them in English right now, but basically just this like treatment of the wood with this brass bolts.
Yeah, the material definition on this one is really good, and again that piece with the beads encrusted there, it's very balanced. Like as Alex said, like there's no fighting for attention between a lot of like different parts, right? But there's like a background and then a foreground, right? Something like moving your sight to the foreground, which would be like the mesh attachment, the beads in this case. Yeah, super cool.
Very cool. Yeah, and I just wanted to mention that all these skins, like the order of them is random. We didn't put them in the actual order of how they won. Obviously the first one will be, and the first 3 are like the 3 winners, but these runners up to that are not actually in order to not reveal it. I can say that the votings were pretty close, so they all got a lot of votes. The second runner-up, I guess, or not runner-up, but like top 6 entry is the Willy's Wings, which was an amazing crossbow skin made by Dr. Harkness TV.
Yeah, the patterns on the wood, basically the drawings of the raven. Again, another raven. They are really cool. They're amazing. And I'm not sure if they're lightning bolts on the like sides of the crossbow, or like, or they are trees.
Yeah, trees or almost
branches,
like
little branches. I would guess it would be branches maybe, because like of ravens build nests and stuff like that maybe. Yeah, it's a great skin definitely. With a red, really cool.
Yeah, we all really love this one. And then
very eye-catching.
Then the last skin that didn't make it in the top 3 is again by Kotsa and Gabor, and that's the Nordic style Romero headshot skin, which was also amazing.
Yeah, that basically gives a new spin on the narrative also, because we don't have that theme at all in the game yet, and that's just really cool. There were several submissions for like a Nordic or Viking theme, and we like that one the most, just because also again the way how it plays with the gun shapes and just the overall appeal and balance of details. So great work. Yeah.
People kind of already figured out that 2 Mozins are in the top 3, which is very true. So we arrived to our runners-up, which skins will also make it to the game later on. And whoever made these skins, please reach out to me on Discord. You can find me as Beady Boy, so we can give you your rewards, which are actually 1,000 blood bonds, a voucher for 2 of our DLCs of your choice. If you have them, then we can also give you blood bonds, or we can talk about what you want. You will also get a trait mug with your name on it, I believe, so just let us know which one you exactly want, and obviously the naming rights for your weapons, and that's how it will be called in the game. If the name doesn't fit the game, then you just have to talk to our narrative team and we will figure it out together. And also if the weapon artists have some comments about your skin that needs to be changed, then they will just reach out to you and you guys can make the final skin together, as it will make it to the game. So again, these 2 runners-up are not in order. They are just the 2 ones that made the 2nd and 3rd place. And the first one is Bird of Prey by Stas Bordukov.
Yeah, that's a great skin. We all fell in love with it. Yeah, what can you say? I mean, it's clean. It's clean. It plays with the shapes so well. It has elegance, and yeah, I mean,
it incorporates the steel into the grips as well, which is something we don't have in the original one. So it's original in that way. Yeah, just it's just cool. It's really cool.
The weapon artists nearly started fighting over who's gonna do it.
And it's very fitting for Hunt right now with what's going on. So yeah, very cool. Thank you again for sending it in, and congrats. Again, please reach out to me so we can talk about your reward and then how we proceed with your skin in the game and the naming of it. Although Bird of Prey may actually be able to keep that. Yeah. Then the second runner-up, and this kind of reveals who won as well, but guys, you don't know it yet, so... Here's the Wormwood Skin by Ian Mathia again, or Lotion Player, and it is a beautiful Mozin skin.
Yeah, that's really great. So we fell in love just with the wood that was selected on this one, and of course with the color, with contrast between the grayed out kind of like wormwood and then the amber bits on the stock. We will probably have to adjust this tiny bit on the tip of it because like that much amber at the top might. So we have to see how it works out for aiming down sights, and so ideally we would like to have like a more balanced spread maybe of amber, but we will basically get back to this as soon as we start working on it. But in general, just this, especially like the center part of the receiver. With these like pointy amber contrast elements against the gray wood is really great.
Yeah, the material choice in this one is really amazing. Like, as Alex said, we probably need to maybe make it more balanced and place more amber bits like around the gun to make it more like, so it's not like basically binary. Like basically half of the skin is one thing and half of the skin is another thing. But yeah, the wood patterns are amazing. The amber is amazing. So yeah, overall great skin.
Yeah, congrats again for making it. And again, please reach out to me after the stream. And the final winner, which you guys may have figured out by now, they will receive 1,500 blood bonds, the naming rights for the skin as well, 2 DLCs of their choice, or if they have them, then we can discuss DLCs. And everyone will get this skin for free, guys, in the game when it comes out in the future updates. So this is basically for everyone, and this is the winner of our anniversary weapon contest. If we had some drum roll, we would do that now, so just imagine that. Yeah, thank you. And this is the Bear Spirit by Flow Viking.
Yeah, amazing skin. Connecting well with the Mountain Man, and we also love the collection of different materials, like the moss on it, the tree stump or the tree branch made into a mossine stock. That's really cool. The little trinket on the grip, just so much. We probably have to figure out a way of how to do the moss. That's the really challenging part of it.
We hope we can do it justice.
Yeah, I remember when we were originally choosing this skin into the top 12, we were like, wow, it will be challenging to put the moss over it and how we can exactly do it. And then obviously that skin had to win. So
yeah, if you guys are not familiar, vegetation and weapons are basically the opposite things in the 3D world.
That's true, yeah. So maybe our vegetation artist skin can give us a hand on it. We will see.
So again, congrats Flow Viking for winning. Please reach out to me as well. And that concludes our winner for the weapon skin contest. So do you guys in the chat have any questions about the contest that you asked, or anything you would like to know? Because we are happy to answer everything now. And again, congratulations to all the winners, all the runners up, and thank you for everyone that submitted their artworks. There was just so many amazing ones that it was unbelievable, and it was very hard to choose them.
That's really true. Like, we had a hard time going through just the amount of stuff and then making the decisions. So we had like really tough discussions going on. Like, we were fighting over each entry. Like,
Yeah, people had their favorites, and we were passionately trying to defend them and trying to get them in at least in the final 12. But yeah, in the end, the community decided. So.
Yeah. People are asking why didn't we have more crossbow skins? We actually had the most amount of crossbow skins in the end. We had 3, so that was like out of the 12. Unfortunately, none of them won, but we had the most crossbow skins actually. Then someone is asking how you become a 3D artist.
Yeah, so I think there are basically, by now, there are basically 2 ways still. So either you just start out by watching tutorials and videos on YouTube on how to pick up 3D modeling. So that is basically something that will probably take you at least 1 or 2 years, maybe a bit longer, depending on how much time you can spend on this. Like if you do it really 8 hours a day over the course of maybe 2 years or so, then you can really make good progress with the stuff that is online, the tutorials and just like online schools, for example. Or you could also like just visit, for example, like schools that are teaching game art and 3D art in general. But for that, you should be careful because the quality of schools is differing depending on where you are and where you sign off. It can be that you pay a lot of money for these kind of schools and in the end up with not ideal education. So yeah, that's a gamble.
Yeah, I think nowadays with the amount of resources that you can find online, even from reputable schools, like you don't really, especially now with COVID, right? You don't really need to do it personally. Like you can just do it online, find a tutor or something. But yeah, basically the golden rule I think is just once you have started and you want to get to the level, try not to compare yourself to your peers, but try to compare yourself with the people that are working whatever you want to work, and try to bridge the gap. So basically develop a critical eye, see basically what are those people making that I am not making. Try to basically analyze everything and try to bridge the skill gap. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are asking when the skins will make it to the game, and we can say it will come in the future updates. We don't have like an exact date just yet, but they will come, and we will obviously announce it everywhere when they are making it to the game, and you will get the first one for free anyway, so you'll be happy to see it in your inventory at one point.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Some people asking when we will have another contest. Like we can't promise just yet, but maybe next year, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, anniversary kind of leans into it.
Yes.
So not making promises here, but Maybe. I would guess because like contests take quite some work on our end. So we have to prepare, we have to get in contact with legal so that the rules are laid out properly. And then we have to like review everything. And then, of course, the skins have to be made. And all that while still working on the regular game content that we have planned and everything that you guys expect to be added to the game. And we don't want the contest to basically hold up the regular game development. So we have to kind of like do it in between. So therefore, I would guess having more than one of these contests per year is unlikely, I would say. Yeah, for now.
For now.
Okay, so we had like some questions about what is this all crow thing going on as well. When is the next dev stream? So I can answer you that you will find it in 6 days now, and there will be a dev stream very close to that date. Obviously, we will announce that as well. But if I were you, I would keep a very close eye now everywhere in the next few days, because a lot of things will go down, and we will talk about a lot of things. So you definitely don't want to miss any of them. And I think that's mostly the questions about the skins and stuff. I've seen a question about where I'm hiding Dennis. And that's a very good question, because actually there will be another stream going on Twitch Gaming, guys, which we will host on Twitch as well. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, make sure to go to Twitch Gaming, because there will be a big reveal there as well as a call with Dennis himself. So he's not actually hidden anywhere, but he's in a different stream soon. So make sure to tune in there and join that, because I think you don't really want to miss that. So thank you again, Alexis, for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed talking about all the amazing weapons, and will enjoy working on them as well.
Yeah,
And,
we forgot to mention, we have to be called Alex for being a 3D artist at Crytek. No, not really.
that's the requirement to apply to us as a 3D artist. You have to be called Alex in some form.
Exactly. We're assembling the team.
Yeah.
And someone actually talked how you pronounce my name. It's pronounced Benza. Just put it out there. Again, congrats to everyone participating. Thank you for submitting all your entries. It will come soon, and see you next time, guys. We will host the other stream. Again, it's at Twitch Gaming on Twitch, so twitch.com/Twitch Gaming. Please join it, because Dennis will be there soon in the next hours, or even maybe sooner. And we will have a little trailer to show you, which you have never seen before. So make sure to tune in there and watch it. Thank you again, and see you guys next time.
See you.
Bye bye.